Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game.
What?
When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep, if you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your man Ronin back with another one. I want to say salute to the new subscribers and old. Most appreciated, helping the channel grow. You already know the deal. And with that being said, I'm going to get into the heart of the video. I want to say congratulations and much love to the Crimson Cure Bear known as Kendra D. And she broke 25K. Now, this leads into the heart of my conversation, because we live in this society, especially now, where everybody believes it's cliche and important to say or parrot that they're on their purpose, that they're bosses, they're movers and shakers, etc., etc. But the most underappreciated asset or element in said successes is support. Now, the thing is, congratulating Kendra for breaking a milestone for herself, it is a level of reciprocity that is needed, because she was among of many who told me to start doing my channel, because not either their own respective reasons, things that they've seen in me or whatnot. But the thing is, like, this is what we're supposed to do if we're talking about actual brotherhood, or actually people who you deem as friends or intimate people who are close to you on every level. Support is without question one of the most important elements. Think of us, each other, as respective artists, as I always say, but like architects. You're supposed to survey what you see. That way you get a better assessment of how the materials that you need to gather and put together in order to build a great structure. Like, sometimes you're not always going to get it right, so you're going to take that time, attention, and energy to try to get it right, to see it to fruition. When you have people who are great content creators, you have people who are great influences in your life, people who you admire, support, and think highly of, and they do the same to you. Those are the bonds that require a lot of maintenance, because over time, you got people that you care about or think about, because of the demand of energy and time to do what they do and remain great, that is tiring sometimes. It can lead to fatigue. It can lead to doubt. It could lead to lack of sleep. It could lead to all kind of manner of things, because they still live their lives too. And you'd be surprised of the healing properties that come from a reassuring word. Reassurance helps refortify these pillars of influence that keep us up. You have to, even if the people out there that they just go out there and entertain us with humor, bring a little levity to sit there and show that the world isn't always as fucked up as it usually is. You have that sense of humanity again, or someone gives you that bit of information that keeps you on point, or someone tells you about yourself to help you correct yourself, to better yourself, and to help you empower yourself and others. That is supposed to be the currency that's supposed to be exchanged, not just in this space, but beyond. See, there are many great people that I run into, and there's some people who are assholes that I run into, but they're all lessons. Again, I always likened life as us being respective authors, and we, in certain parts of our life, we go into new chapters. When you have an individual like a Kendra D, you have a DS1, you have a BJ, you have a Ebo Sosa, Young Manhood Channel, you got a legion of other guys out and beyond, a Walt Diddy, a number of people out there that I can name. They're all great in their own way. You have to remind them of what great qualities shine in them. Sometimes they do need a reminder. They tend to forget. The thing is, like, when it comes to leadership, there's a whole weight of responsibility set upon your shoulders, be either by choice or you've been grandfathered into it and you're trying to groom yourself along the way, like literally on the job training. And making said decisions puts a lot of pressure on a person. They tend to get scatterbrained sometimes because they get flustered, because there are individuals who are perfectionists like myself. There are individuals who are looking to do the best job they can, and they hate failure. So it never hurts to remind that person, look, get yourself some rest. I'm only care about your well-being. You did a great job on this thing out here, or you could work on this thing. This is where we require people who are open and honest for the embetterment of said influencers in our lives. But the thing is, respectfully, it don't mean shit if said motivational words are a foreign language to yourself. See, it's cool to sit there and say all these great things to people. Let them know, like, damn, my presence matters here. My thoughts matter here. I am making a difference here, because a lot of us want to make a difference. But what does it mean for you to have all those great things to say, and then you can't look in the mirror and extend that same courtesy in and of yourself? Initially, that was my problem. I would have everything great to say about other people, but I would never pay myself any solid compliments. And it's not about being arrogant or anything of that nature. The thing is, when you've been raised by, to an extent, not just solely individuals, but groomed by people in your life to be accustomed to being carpet bombed by gaslighting antics and passive aggressive bullshit, you start seeing little value in and of yourself. It affects you spiritually. It does affect your health. It does affect, your approach to family or the appreciation of it. It does affect your dwelling and your appearance and everything else pertaining. See, when it comes to you speaking life into yourself, that radiation can affect the people in your lives more than anything. You don't just have to speak it, you have to live it. So it's cool to let people know, look, financially, hey, I support the movement, blah, blah, blah. You sharing things. It's more than just likes, views, subscriptions, and whatnot. Do people like you as an individual? Do they trust you with the information you give? Are they able to subscribe to what you're saying to them? That way they can share that with others. It's bigger than just this platform. Because the thing is, in real time, be it wartime or peace, be it civilian or military veteran, this battlefield right here can be very tiresome. It'd be very grueling, demanding. And it definitely helps to find out who is in the same foxhole with you when you're out there kicking ass and taking names in the world, in your mind, in your heart, in your homes, all fronts. It lets you know that, you know what, I can confide in these people and understand, like, look, here is my vision. I can entrust you with the blueprints of my brilliance. Sometimes some people need it read to them. So like, you know what? You missed something here. This is what you need to focus on. See, when you're building people up correctly, they can use their primary gifts as that main pillar. But those adjacent gifts, they start developing around that. That makes them an all-around better person. Now, it is on them to to temper their ego with a level of humility. Because everybody's, you have individuals out here talking about, I did this all by myself. I'm a boss. But number one, you ain't got no employees. And two, you can't keep them. So this says a whole lot about your operation. Number two, when it comes to you having the level of humility to promote people who are doing great things, that lets you know, like, number one, you're not pocket watching. That's a bitch ass trait. That only feeds into your insecurities, things that you're not doing, and you're not focusing on what you're supposed to do. And number two, when you're able to organically celebrate a person's wins, that lets you know, like, that should encourage you to go get your own. Do your thing. You're on the right path. If you're surrounded by 9 millionaires, you're up next. If you're smart, you should know. You should be picking up great things from them. See what works for them and apply that to yourself. If it doesn't work, it's all about testing, sampling, figuring out. That's no different than sculpting. Certain things you got to chip away and other things you got to smooth out. It's all about masculine refinement. Take that time to sand over the rough edges. A lot of us could use a lot of polish. And that polish, all part of that salve, is support. This is why I support great content creators, not just in the A-Game family, but abroad. If I sit there and send maybe a super chat, maybe I'll send a thumbs up, maybe I'll send a share or something like that. Or maybe, most importantly, I take the information that hits home the hardest, do the homework, and add validity to what they were saying with a testimony. And that's what we need more than anything. It's more than anything just to, get some, internet clout or whatnot. That's cool. However, what kind of difference are we making into people's lives, especially the ones who are putting forth content to challenge us in this world of goofiness, pushing us to persevere. Those who are challenging us to realize our visions and bring them to fruition. These are things we have to really take into account out here. And that's why support is actually important. The investment of your time, your resources. Support isn't just being an internet, some over anxious sycophant who's out there spiritually, socially tossing somebody's salad for cheap validation. That's on the other side of things. That's on the lost value system, because they're driven by the external first, how that person looks at the time. And when they're not cool, all of a sudden now you start seeing how much you really valued when you don't have everything. Thing is, it has to be internal. How you see yourself. Because sometimes some of the people that support you are reflections of yourself. Either something that's within you or in spite of you. These are the things that are really taken into account. So I say in closing, you already know the deal. Never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin. And when you have solid people that you can support and vice versa, this helps make it easier understanding why you should never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin. Because my greatest fear is sitting under that damn street light and I'm losing time and energy and just growing older, losing opportunities, and losing my sanity around a bunch of individuals who have circular talk but are comfortable going nowhere. We're the curse breakers for a reason. We're going to have to really stand on our ground when it comes to our principles and our purpose. If you're about that, show it. If your actions words and intent don't work in concert, it's all bullshit. So I salute to you guys, and I'll do another one later on. But today I just want to hit you guys with the word because I missed the 5-minute fire watch. But hopefully this makes up to what I was doing. But I look forward to seeing greatness out of you guys. And again, Kendra D, much love to you, doing your thing. DS1, you're next. BJ, looking forward to you have 25K. I'm going to get mine. You better believe that. I'm running my race. And the things I will learn, I'm going to accomplish my goals. I'm going to surpass my goals. I'm not going to half-ass my vision. So I salute everybody out there doing the damn thing. Hope you guys are having a good day. Be safe. And Semper Fi.